Rosie O'Donnell is having a hilarious meltdown over on TikTok today after the news that we have just gotten concerning The View, and nothing tastes better than leftist tears, particularly Hollywood celebrity leftist tears. So we're going to get into everything that is going on today because this news has been blowing up all over the internet. Breaking news, ABC is set to cancel The View to make President Trump happy, says former co-host Rosie O'Donnell. And I think that this meme really just summarizes it all beautifully. This is a beautiful meme, one of the greatest memes of all time, where we are seeing all of the individuals that have had their shows canceled just in the past like 6 months. Of course, we have talked about this at length. They have brought this on themselves. This isn't necessarily Trump doing this. This is them shooting themselves in the foot by going absolutely insane with their TDS nonsense and embracing all of the woke leftist insanity. And so they have brought all of this on themselves. But today we have Rosie O'Donnell talking about this in this hilarious video that we're checking out here today.
When you wonder why, Trump had Stephen Colbert fired, watch all the Melania segments and maybe you'll get a little bit of an understanding.
Which is complete BS. Trump didn't have Stephen Colbert fired. That's not what happened at all. But, these people are complete lunatics, so what do you expect?
But I blame CBS and I blame ABC because they capitulated to his demands. They settled lawsuits that they would have easily won.
Lawsuits involving slander? If they would have easily won those lawsuits, then they would have won those lawsuits. Let's not get it twisted, okay? CBS and ABC absolutely would have gone to all the way. They would have fought tooth and nail if they thought they were going to win those lawsuits, and they knew that they weren't going to.
That let him know that he can pretty much boss them around, and that's what he's been doing. And it's very dangerous. Very dangerous. And we're in a really scary time in the United States. I'm very worried for the state of the nation, the United States of America.
Man, we can't just run roughshod over all American citizens with our woke BS. Well, it doesn't stop there, because then Rosie O'Donnell decided to post this video here where she was talking about The View, and the comments that she has to make here are absolutely hilarious and insane. You know what I just read today? ABC is reviewing the liberal bias on The View. The View, the show with 5 women speaking their own opinions. That's the threat now, except they're literally all speaking the same opinions. So, I don't know exactly what she's talking about there. There are no conservatives on The View. They have this Alyssa Farah Griffin individual on The View, and they pretend that she's a conservative. She is not a conservative at all. But she continues on, because it's not enough to run the country into the ground. You have to control what people see, what they hear, what they think. And The View, well, that's a little too much woman, a little too much truth, a little too much Joy Behar saying, "I don't think the insurrection was a tourist visit, Karen." Apparently the truth is dangerous now. They say they want balance, but what they mean is silence. Silence anything that doesn't praise the orange messiah and his golden escalator of lies. Absolute peak entertainment right here. This is fantastic. This isn't about bias. This is about obedience. This is about removing any program that doesn't align with Trumpism. Now it's Joy Behar and Whoopi Goldberg. It would be funny if it weren't so terrifying. So here's my question. When they cancel The View, who's gonna be left to say this is insane? I mean, the American people have been saying that about The View for a very long time. They don't want to accept reality. We talk about this all the time. These Hollywood celebrities, these leftists, these media personalities, they all live in a fantasy world, okay? They live in a fantasy bubble, and they don't want to accept the reality that the American people voted for Trump to be president once again, and you guys were a big reason for why that happened. People were sick and tired of your insanity, of your crap, and that is one of the big reasons why Trump won the popular vote, why he won everything. I really hope that this actually happens. I hope that The View is actually canceled, because that would be just absolutely fantastic, and I would love to see an update on this meme. So with that being said, let me know what you think about everything that is going on. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll talk to you all in another video very soon.